You're watching ElvisDuran.com.
Mariah Carey is here. Guys, come on in, Mariah. Look at you.
I couldn't bear to try to put together an ensemble.
So you just wore what you wore to bed last night.
Exactly. Well, I changed it up.
Well, obviously Nick is in town because you're not going to wear that to bed by yourself.
What do you mean? This is between
Really? Is it true? I mean, is it okay to dress totally sexy when you're just by yourself?
I mean, why wouldn't you? If you're going to walk past the mirror and be like, hi, I look decent. I was the most miserable person on earth when I was pregnant, walking past mirrors in the LA house. I was like, why did I put all this antique mirror? Like, oh, this will be interesting. I was like, why? Please remove all mirrors. Please cover all mirrors.
I have some of your ballads, like your heavy-duty sad ballads.
Yes.
That I would go to when I was really sad.
Yeah.
When I was breaking up with someone. And the question was, when we're already sad, why do we want to hear music to make us more sad?
Here's how I look at it. Okay, this song that we're about, are we playing this record
Absolutely,
today?
we're
Yes.
playing it. Here we go. The new single. Cheers. We got to talk about Idol for a second because you get an ultimate compliment here.
Okay.
The thing that pissed me off about that season of Idol was I saw a side of Mariah Carey that we almost got to go all the way to. When a performer was on the stage performing for you.
Yes.
And you wanted to tell them how you felt, you could see in your eyes you were bonding with that person. You really wanted to legitimately bond with them and say, hey, you really have it going on here. The thing is, during that season of Idol, it wasn't allowed to happen because of all rhetoric breaking loose. The reason I bring this up
is
when you're like me, you're an interviewer, you want to bond with the person you're talking to. But the real Mariah was so there, and you wanted to connect with these people.
The real Mariah was so not there. Let me just tell you why.
I could see her wanting to be there. That's my point.
I should have been a mentor on the show, and that's it. I should have been like the Jimmy Iovine, and we love Jimmy. Jimmy did a great job. He's a little brutal sometimes, and didn't always agree with his assessments. But yeah, I mean, Jimmy knows what he's doing. He's discovered a lot of great talent. What happened was I was led to believe that I was going to be on a 3-panel show, like the traditional way. And yet somehow, well, I won't get into the legalities.
And you don't have to. And that's not what this is about.
But I think Elvis is right, because there were moments where I felt like people come on that show and they're so nervous.
Right.
And you kind of put yourself where they were.
Yeah.
And made them understand and feel like, hey, I've been there. I know what you're going through. You're doing a great job.
I wanted just that.
And actually, in some sense, I have not been where they are because I didn't go on Star Search. I didn't go on Showtime at the Apollo Amateur Night, which I could, like, those were the avenues that were available at that point.
You went on Elvis's show in the afternoon.
I'm saying, but I had a record deal already. But I'm saying prior to that, like, I didn't come from the world of TV shows where you're learning there and they're, teaching. I was in the studio. I was writing. I was making demos. I was working basically on my own and just working up from that way, not as a performer. So when I saw myself on TV, the first time I saw all my little quirks in life, I was like, what am I doing with the hand? Wash on, wax off. I didn't know what was going on, but I did not know because I was in a studio smaller than this room, singing, writing, doing background vocals, and a lot of those things that were done in, I think we talked about this, like, from the first time we ever met. Like, I love working in the studio and writing. And the thing is that, like, I tried to encourage people to write their songs. But when you go on something like that, a show where if you do get chosen, there's a 365 deal where they basically own your...
Yeah, they do.
And I mean, that's great because I guess you become
felt for them. You felt for them.
I felt for them because I don't think I could do that. See, if you were on the panel, and no, honestly, like, there needed to be that person that was brutally honest. I get that. But the brutality didn't have to be so visceral. Like, we didn't need to be brutal to people just to make ourselves feel bigger.
But I could see you actually caring about them, and I wanted to see more of that. That's all I'm saying.
And you know what? It's also that you got to follow the rules. Yeah. And hey, everybody's just trying to do their job, but I felt that going in the direction of making it into a reality show was not something I signed up for.
Well, and the ratings showed that.
Yes, they did. And then I felt like, oh, well, this reflected upon me because I was the first person that they signed. Dangling a huge check. No. We love everybody. Yay, Idol. Yay, team that tried to make it happen.
Yes.
But we wish you would have tried it on a different season.
Well, that's what makes you mad. You get mad and frustrated over what it could have been. And that's I'm so happy that you came here today. Thank you so much.
I couldn't be more grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Mariah Carey. Fantastic.